Good morning and welcome once again to morning prayer on another Friday morning. Can't believe how the weeks go racing by at the moment, but another glorious day out there. A bit cooler, I think it is, than yesterday. A little bit of rain overnight, but another day to enjoy God's creation together. So as we come to pray this morning, we continue our journey through Acts chapter 10. And that wonderful exploration of God reaching out to the Gentiles and particularly Cornelius's house. So let's pause to be still and breathe slowly and recenter our scattered senses upon the presence of the Lord with us. God of welcome, you invite us into your family. We sit at your table and savour your word to us. Help us receive all the nourishment you have for us today. Amen. And so we choose to rejoice in God's strength today, joining with the ancient praise of all God's people in the opening words of Psalm 18. I love you, Lord, you are my strength. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my saviour. My God is my rock in whom I find protection. He is my shield, the power that saves me, and my place of safety. And so as we continue to read through Acts chapter 10, we're aware that barriers are coming down. The Lord appeared to Cornelius in a vision, and also to Peter in a vision, and Peter welcomes in the Gentiles into his home and treats them hospitably. He goes with them now to Cornelius's home and enters the home of this Roman centurion. Very unlikely things we would imagine before the Lord acted. And so we reflect this morning on the arrival of this very unlikely house guest in the home of Cornelius. So we're reading this morning from verses 24 to 29, Acts chapter 10. The following day, he, as in Peter, arrived in Caesarea. Cornelius was expecting them, and he had called together his relatives and close friends. As Peter entered the house, Cornelius met him and fell at his feet in reverence. But Peter made him get up. "Stand up," he said, "I am only a man myself." While talking with him, Peter went inside and found a large gathering of people. He said to them, "You are well aware that it's against our law for a Jew to associate with or visit a Gentile, but God has shown me that I should not call anyone impure or unclean. So when I was sent for, I came without raising any objection. May I ask why you sent for me?" Our commentator writes, Cornelius has obeyed God and invited Peter to his home. Now Cornelius is trusting that God will motivate Peter to accept. So confident is he in God's plan that Cornelius has gathered a large number of friends and family to see and hear what happens next. Peter, the much anticipated guest, arrives and begins by pointing out the elephant in the room. Peter is breaking Jewish law by accepting Cornelius' hospitality. But God has spoken, so Peter is here. So as we come to pray this morning, the question that we ask is, am I listening to what God is saying to me today, or am I living on past instruction? I ask you, Lord, to speak to me now. I'm listening for your voice. Let's pause and pray. Cornelius' family gathered to hear about Jesus. Let's think now about our own families in our community who don't know Jesus. Let's ask the Lord to draw them to his Son and equip us to share our faith with them. Let's pause and pray. And as we return to our passage, Lord, we open our ears to hear your word and our hearts to yield to your will once again. The following day, he arrived in Caesarea. Cornelius was expecting them and had called together relatives and close friends. As Peter entered the house, Cornelius met them and fell at his feet in reverence. But Peter made him get up. "Stand up," he said, "I am only a man myself." While talking with him, Peter went inside and found a large gathering of people. He said to them, "You are well aware that it is against our law for a Jew to associate with or visit a Gentile. But God has shown me that I should not call anyone impure or unclean. So when I was sent for, I came without raising any objection. May I ask why you sent for me?" Peter has mastered the art of asking questions. He could have entered Cornelius' home and launched straight into preaching, but first he wants to know more. Peter isn't just being a polite guest. He knows that God is there before him, and he's looking for God's fingerprints in the lives of his hosts. What is God doing in the lives of the people I will meet or connect with today? What questions can I ask to discover God's fingerprints? And so to our yielding prayer. Jesus, teach me the art of asking questions and listening well to the answers. Help me to remember that there's no person I meet or connect with, and no place I enter where you aren't there ahead of me. I lay down my agenda and listen for yours. Lord, thank you for the promise of Deuteronomy 31, that you are striding ahead of me. Wherever I find myself today, you're right there with me. Deuteronomy 31, verse 8. And so to our closing prayer. Father, help me to live this day to the full, being true to you in every way. Jesus, help me to give myself away to others, being kind to everyone I meet. Spirit, help me to love the lost, proclaiming Christ in all I do and say. Amen. So Lord bless you richly today, and may he give you the questions to ask that will open up his agenda in the lives and in the places that he leads you to today. May you see his fingerprints in all those places and in all those people, and may it really bless your heart today. So look forward to hearing all that God is doing, and look forward to being with you again soon. Bye for now.